birth another million, birth another million. If my people do not understand all the big English we will speak today and all the fantastic things we are doing, would it suffice to tell them, say, a computer Nketenkete? You see, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. The computer Nketenkete would eventually ensure that Ghana takes its place on the digital maps of the world and leave our footprints. My people, what if we could code Bawumia and Addo so that a long time after this civilization is gone, all the beautiful things we do now will still stand the test of time. When I invite you to the dance, it's because I have curated music good enough for your dancing feet. Make sure that your steps equally match up to this. Ago. When I was a child, growing up was a dream. I'm here, I'm still moving on. I call it harsh reality. I have simply come to learn that sleep is for the strong. And so, good night. It is only when we sleep that we have dreams, my people, and so all men sleep. Yet, when those of us allowed to sleep do, dreams are the preserve of the chosen. And so, all men sleep, the chosen will dream yet. A third strain of life chooses to wake up and lend feet to our dreams. So one man sleeps, has his dream, wakes up, wants to lend feet, and then he calls all of us to go. So say our paths to God lie within. It takes one to take the torch and lead the way. Ghana, welcome to a new morning where we woke up on the right side of our bed. One man chose to sleep, woke up, stretched, yawned, and he says, I have a dream. And then we all choose to believe because this is possible. We have often been told of future leaders who are not allowed to think because it's not their time to lead yet. But future leaders, this is the time to train the future the way to go, so that when you are older and the future is also old, it knows to treat you with some respect. And so, it is good to have your future leaders trained now. Have them vision the future the way it should go. My people, if we were in a race and I was to hand the baton over to the future, I would choose the hand with which to receive the baton from the runner who goes before me, for my place is only held temporarily. My people, which is older, the egg or the hen? Now, whichever one was created first, that is not an argument to be had. The most important part simply says, between the egg and the hen, each one of them is too small to hold itself fully, so each holds a part of the other in trust. And so, it is only on the ends of old ropes that new ones are woven. My people, is it not beautiful that we decide to send messages to the future from now? We have chosen a million ways to beautifully do it by allowing young people to own the future, sending messages and saying, dear future, this is Ghana in the 21st century. See you in a few years' time, and these seeds we sow today would have rippled across the sands of the world. 1 million coders. 1 million coders. Okay. 1 million. Birth another million. Birth another million. If my people do not understand all the big English we will speak today and all the fantastic things we are doing, would it suffice to tell them, say, a computer Nketenkete? You see, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. The computer Nketenkete would eventually ensure that Ghana takes its place on the digital maps of the world and leave our footprints. My people, what if we could code Bawumia and Addo so that a long time after this civilization is gone, all the beautiful things we do now will still stand the test of time. Now, it simply says we are creating employment for 1 million people, but one provides for 13 or 25, and the ripple keeps going on. Imagine a steel pool with a pebble dropped in there. The ripples are so strong. Ago. He to him what is good is not good. Our elders say, let him sniff a little alligator pepper and see how he likes it. I am a young man, and I believe that if we had 1 million storytellers to send our messages to the future in languages that we might not understand reading from the books, my people, we would have simply secured our future. And so it takes a man to know that when he has gone to bed, returning into this dance is not guaranteed. And so that is how legacy starts for Ghana. 1 million. 1 million coders are more than 1 million voters, my people. 1 million coders, probably less than how many million farmers we have in Ghana today. So, do not forget the back without which there is no front. Sankofa. Sankofa is the only principle through which our ancestors have brought us up to this point. And so, Onipa Bremu, Akuffo Brema Nkwai, Ghana this year, oh Brema Dane, what are we leaving for the generations yet to come? When they get here, they will point their fingers at us, whether it will be the left or the right. It is our decision to make now. What would warrant that a man will stretch his hands and shake you? Would it be an insult or it would be a greeting? What the future does to us would be our decision to make now. My people, so imagine I am Ghana. I am a carpenter building a big ark so that all my people will be safe because the floods are coming. And then I take with all the pan my hammer and hit all the nails in the right places like we are choosing to do today. Then the future is safe and secure. Intiminiano, computer Nketenkete. One tiasie, ni ponwa, ushiamia, bisami uchimo. And maybe I would explain it to you in Dagbani, and then this could go in Ghana, and then all our ways will be preserved in the spaces of technology beyond what our ancestors dreamt. You see, this life is simply that reality. We woke up from nothingness in eternity to sleep into the present. I take that again. This life is simply that dream. We woke up from nothingness in eternity to sleep into reality. And so, the most difficult things we are doing today is placing one foot in front of the other. That is how a path is found and all the others follow. So in that spirit, my people, we will not clap to attract attention. Like I said, we will not stamp to rouse the dust. We lift our hand, greet the Creator, and then we beat our chest, making a solemn promise that Ghana will work, making a solemn promise that though we did not see the dream in our sleep, once we have woken up and decided to follow the path that the leader is charting, we will give our very best. Well, a year from now, I will still be here as a timekeeper to evaluate what you put in, what you put in, what you put in. And then we shall ask the dreamer if he has any more dreams that will make our future secure. I'm the writer king who sips communion wine from the calabash. I did not come to pour libation. Your Excellency, you have outdone yourself this time. You have excelled your peers in the realms of dreams. Woken up, we believe in this, it will fly. Why do I ask for this, my people? When a king sits in a palanquin and it is stationary, he throws his hands, then it is an illusion that he is in the air. Unfortunately, he will have to be carried so that he is seen. This idea, beautiful. But you see, an idea alone is just like a seed dropped in a bucket of water. Unless it is spilt, it goes nowhere. Where do we go from here, God? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? So many questions to be answered. I am simply a messenger. He who had a sleep, had his dream, woke up and sent us on these errands is here. Therefore, I beg you, maybe you should bring him up so that when all those questions are answered, I can simply and confidently start about the streets talking about computer. Ghana, I'll be back. But that's it.
Penny Beckham, Penny Sem, for Beckham, Nancy Sem, Nana Asaase, amazing. Is that computer?
It's in the due to lose the pigment of youth. Mind you, when you meet an elder who told no beard, he might have picked all of life's experiences. Sit with him and learn a few words. I came to speak of Ghana. I speak of Ghana and I think of the drum. So, they say a man beats his chest because he has no drum. No way. I beat my chest because the chest is as good as a drum as any animal's skin could ever be. When a warrior is sure of his footing, he beats his chest and dares life to bring on its worst. And so I stand in the feet of Ghana and I beat my chest. I say we are a force that is full. We are actually a storm whose speed is not able to be calculated because we are storm gone past puberty, waiting to take on the world in one big splash. Welcome to the crossroads of dreams. Welcome to the market of 9 moons. Welcome to this place where in the beginning the Creator spread his golden mat and sat us, beautiful, invisible people like you, that when any matter is bigger than the world, he should bring it to us. we would unknot it like this knot of wisdom. Yenti enu Nyankopon bo nyansapo. Yenti enu Nyankopon meaning to one. To say they are shame. Any kenti. And they say Asaase fifini. Asemi chiri wonso a omomra na yensa ne fama won. Ago fiha. And so, what would warrant that a young man like me is ambushed to stand before his elders and begin to call the opposed one after the other and ensure not to miss one? I almost brought the chili all the way from the savannah to the shores just to ensure that when we have called our songs, we carve the sons with nimble dance and not bare bones. My people, I came to pour libation, not with water. I came to pour libation, not with drink. I came to pour libation with thought. And so, thought goes into thought. I did not come to pour libation to our ancestors. We have invoked them too many times, they hardly have time to be dead. It is high time we start invoking our living ancestors, people who are doing amazing things in our time, my people. And so I came to pour libation to you, and you, and you. Save a little bit for myself, so that when I am done, I can also cut a drink. For in the cutting of a drink, we have sober moments of reflection. And then we have thoughts with which to serve our nation. And so I dare tell you that on the day when you were sent from the spaces of the divine, the Creator left you three things, maybe four. He sent you with morning dew. Osuma oni anopabosu. Osimeba, janopabosu. Uko nebu fuba, fam ahemfu. Se bless you. Na omo akoma atolemu. Na sebo koko du krutia. Na ushi obi amananti abra. Offer them dew. Dew is the libation our ancestors pour over our heads. And so every morning we wake up and we realize that the paths to our farms are wet with their directions so that we find our ways to bumper harvest. I dare say the Creator left you with gold. Translation says, Ghana would play with the children with gold nuggets and then teach them to count with bullets so that when anybody attacks you with violence, you know how to send them with a message of peace. This is the space the Creator gave us. I dare say, the Creator gave you beautiful thoughts. They say that thoughts lie in the pillow. Thoughts rest in the head. But when you find a good pillow, gentle, to receive your head, then you wake up with good thoughts. Then you are able to make meaningful contributions to these steps of life. Ago. And so from this same beautiful place, I dare tell you, this is the place where earth and sea and sky meet to share gossip. This is the place where we hide our fears and the horrors of the drum. So that even when the lights and technology fail us, we still have our heritage to hold on to. And so, I will not beat the drums. I will not even clap my hands. I beat my chest. And I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland, pledge myself. I was hoping to have all of you go along with me, my people. And so you see, the chest is as good as any animal's skin, as a drum could ever be. And so, any day you stand and they ask you, whose son are you? Where are you from? If you forget your mother tongue, remember to beat your chest and tell them you come from the place where in the cool of evening the Creator descends to enjoy the breeze. You come from this place where the oceans gather to take counsel. You come from the place where earth cooks its food and sends to the rest of the clans. You come from this place where they could not decipher our steps and so they chose to call it dance. Ago. People say my words are heavy. It is true, I agree. But it's simply because as a people our dreams are heavier. Our dreams are heavier. And so we are actually hoping that eventually we find those skilled hands or those midwives, let's call it leadership. Fantastic, I think we are getting there. Who will place us in these incubators of fantastic ideas, and then finally we'll begin to find our feet and do very amazing things, very difficult things for which we can beat our chest. Difficult things as placing one foot in front of the other, for that is the only way we will conquer mountains. and the righteous king receives communion wine from the calabash. I came to pour libation. Sip it gently with all of this music that says, Seniwa didinde, Seniwa didinde, Seniwa. Like when the mother vulture went out to call its child to come home to eat. Now, Mother Ghana is calling you and you and you to put our best at her service. Do not clap your hand, it attracts too much attention. Do not stamp your feet, it will raise the dust. When you want to make a solemn promise, lift your hand to the sky. When you bless the Creator, beat your chest. You feel the reverb of your humanness, and then you learn to celebrate Earth. My people, trust the Earth. It is your current station. Trust the Earth. It will not fail you. Trust the Earth. Only now is guaranteed. The next step is no freedom. And so trust where you stand. It is by no mistake your seat was meant for you. Sanda Zuma, Akwawa. I could welcome you in different tongues at once. My people, let me go and find some water to quench my thirst while all of you face Ghana. I'll be back.
After all of this, wow. Maybe we should beat our chest on Asaase.